The vastness of space has always fascinated humanity, sparking imaginations and inspiring countless stories of adventure and exploration. However, the reality of surviving in the vacuum of space is starkly different from the romanticized depictions seen in movies and books. One of the most pressing questions that arise when discussing human survival in space is how long a person could last without the protective confines of a spacesuit. Understanding the conditions of space and the human body's response to them is crucial to answering this question. Space is an unforgiving environment characterized by a near-total vacuum, extreme temperatures, and harmful radiation. In the absence of air pressure, the human body faces immediate physiological challenges. The lack of oxygen means that a person would quickly lose consciousness within approximately 15 seconds due to hypoxia, a condition where the body is deprived of adequate oxygen. This rapid loss of consciousness is just the beginning of a series of catastrophic effects that would unfold in the absence of a spacesuit. Once exposed to the vacuum of space, the human body would experience ebulism, a condition where bodily fluids begin to vaporize due to the low pressure. This would lead to swelling as the fluids in the body transition from liquid to gas. The skin would stretch, but it would not rupture, as the skin is resilient enough to contain the swelling. However, this process is incredibly painful and would cause significant distress. Additionally, the moisture in the lungs would evaporate, leading to further complications if a person attempted to hold their breath. Temperature in space can vary dramatically depending on exposure to sunlight. In direct sunlight, temperatures can soar to over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, while in the shadow of a spacecraft, they can plummet to -200 degrees Fahrenheit. However, the immediate concern for someone without a suit is not the temperature, but rather the lack of oxygen and the vacuum itself. The body would not freeze instantly, but hypothermia would set in if exposed long enough to the cold. In terms of survival time, a human could remain conscious for about 15 seconds before losing consciousness due to lack of oxygen. After that, brain death could occur within 3 to 5 minutes if no oxygen is provided. However, the actual time a person could survive in space without a suit varies based on several factors, including individual health, physical condition, and the specific circumstances of exposure. Some reports suggest that a person might survive for as long as 2 minutes before irreversible damage occurs, but this is not a guarantee. Immediate rescue is crucial in such scenarios. If a person were to be quickly retrieved and provided with oxygen, there is a possibility of survival, albeit with potential long-term effects. Medical professionals would need to act swiftly to address the various complications that arise from exposure to space. The human body is remarkably resilient, but the damage caused by such exposure can lead to lasting health issues, including neurological damage and other complications that may not be immediately apparent. There have been real-life incidents that provide insight into the effects of exposure to space. One notable case involves astronaut David Scott, who conducted a spacewalk during the Apollo 15 mission. A small leak in his suit caused a minor exposure to the vacuum of space, but he was able to return to safety without severe consequences. This incident highlights the importance of spacesuits and the technology designed to protect astronauts from the harsh realities of space. Spacesuits are engineered to provide life support and protection against the elements of space. They maintain pressure, supply oxygen, and regulate temperature. The materials used in spacesuits are designed to withstand extreme conditions, including radiation and micrometeoroids. Understanding the design and functionality of these suits emphasizes how crucial they are for human survival in space. Without such protective gear, the human body is ill-equipped to face the challenges of the cosmos. As humanity looks towards future space exploration, understanding the limits of human survival in space becomes increasingly important. Missions to Mars and beyond will require advanced life support systems and protective measures to ensure astronaut safety. Research continues into how the human body reacts to long-term exposure to space environments, which will inform the design of new technologies and protective gear. The question of how long a human can survive in space without a suit is a sobering reminder of the fragility of life in the universe. While the immediate loss of consciousness occurs within seconds, the potential for survival hinges on rapid rescue and medical intervention. The harsh realities of space underscore the importance of protective measures, as well as the need for continued exploration and understanding of our universe. As we venture further into the cosmos, the lessons learned from these scenarios will guide us in safeguarding the lives of those who dare to explore beyond our planet.